I watched the fights, and I actually really enjoyed. I enjoyed them, man. I watched. I mean,
how great was that main event?
Justin Gaethje, and I think you had said this before, but like, you can't. As tough as he is with those crazy leg kicks, taking that punishment, turtling up and then boom, boom. You can't do that against a high level guy. This is the example
I gave on Below the Belt, and you see if you vibe with this, Bryan. Justin Gaethje to me is that he's that one kid in college or high school who's the life of the party. He's the life of the party.
Yeah.
We all enjoyed it. We all watched it just like we watched Justin Gaethje. We all watch it. We all love it. So much fun. We don't want to be him. We like him in spurts, and we'll watch. It's super entertaining. Yeah. And we all know that movie's not going to end well, but yet we still hang out with him. Justin Gaethje's that he's the life of the party.
He's the crazy
guy, but it doesn't end well. So if I watch that, I even tweeted, I went, holy shit, that's an amazing fight. But there's part of me that goes, oh, that poor guy.
Yeah. Well,
can you name another fighter who suffered that much damage that short? Well, he's had 3 fights in the UFC. Can you name another guy who suffered that much punishment?
He did the same shit in Strikeforce. He was taking those kind of...
World Series.
World Series.
The thing is, in World Series, you can get away with that.
Yeah.
You're going to beat those guys. UFC, you're not beating these guys.
No, not Dustin Poirier, who's the
tip of the spear guys aren't going to put up with. You're gonna get them in trouble, but eventually they're always going to come out on top.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, you can't. Your head can only take so much, and some guys like Gaethje had this crazy chin, but it's just so bad for you. And the more we know about, it just shortens your career. It shortens your career. You can't fight like that.
Gaethje goes, I have 5 fights left in my career.
Yeah,
I would say that's being pretty optimistic about it. Fighting tough, like that, I don't think so.
Too tough for his own good, like an amazing warrior, but too tough for his own good.
The frustrating part is he's an All-American wrestler, phenomenal wrestler, one of the best wrestlers I've seen.
Wow,
phenomenal wrestler,
great athlete. He can, his kicks and everything,
can backflip everything.
You want him to kind of you want a guy like that to kind of fight differently, but the way he defines himself, how he made his name, is that he's so excited.
Yeah, the most violent man in the UFC. The problem with that though too is his default isn't when he gets in trouble. Like if you're Frank Mir, if you're Nogueira, a lot of guys, when you get hit, your default goes, oh fuck, let's buy some time here, let's wrestle and grapple.
Yeah.
His background is wrestling. His default should be wrestling.
Yeah.
He doesn't do that. His default, because of the way he's wired, goes, let's throw back. Let's fire back.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
I don't like it.
It just shows you what type of dude he is, which we love him, but in 10 years, it's going to be sad.
Well, it's like watching somebody who's, I don't like seeing somebody like that. I don't like seeing their destruction.
Remember when Muhammad Ali was kind of done and you'd watch him get battered? You're like, this can't
After
be good.
the Foreman fight, he fought 38 more times and took real punishment.
The team around him knew he should have been taking it too. And what you were watching, Muhammad Ali was different because it wasn't that entertaining. With Gaethje, we know it's entertaining, but we also know it's super unhealthy. We know this for a fact.
As athletic as Gaethje is, could he pull a Robbie Lawler where he fights differently, where he changes his style? Is it possible?
He can. He has the skills for sure.
Why not fight more like Dustin Poirier? Right?
No, he can't fight like Dustin Poirier. He's not a technician at all.
He's not.
His leg kicks are great. He's good in the clinch. His boxing's all right. He's pressure, break you type of dude.
That's what it is.
You can do that and be a grappler, though. You can do that. If he's going to model anyone,
grab.
Be Khabib.
Right, be Khabib.
Do a Khabib right now.
Yeah.
Be Khabib. Just try it out for one fight for me.
A lot of it's
now he's
embracing how you've been labeled.
But now it's nope. You're the most violent man in the UFC. Dana White's going to suck you off. You're going to get this huge bonus. I promise you that. That's like getting a signing bonus. There's no longevity in that. All you're getting is this huge lump of money in front, but there's no longevity in that.
I've said this to fighters. I've said this to other people who are actors. Don't let anybody define you. Because when you let people define you, especially the people saying good things about you, that's a trap too. Because now you're going to try to fulfill who they said
more
you
expectations.
Are. Don't listen to people, man. Do your thing, and change and think and readjust your approach.
It's tough because if you're Justin, so many people going, dude,
of course
that's so
it is.
fun. That was awesome. And Dana's going, dude, thank you. That's great. And
here's your bonus
money.
Check,
here's your bonus. But it's like, if you're Justin, I think you sit down and go, where am I? If I lose 2 more, what are they going to do with me, man?
Now, Dustin Poirier looks fantastic. Got to worry about some leg kicks again.
There's really no one. I mean, besides maybe, there's a few guys who could kick him, but I mean, if you can get through Justin Gaethje's leg kicks, you're good. He's the hardest kicker in the goddamn
That's
division,
true.
so you're good.
Now, who's next for him?
I'd say maybe a title shot because
really,
with Tony Ferguson's out for a while, probably a year. He had surgery, so he has a big scar. And then with Conor, we don't know. Does Conor want to fight? Legal troubles. Hopefully, he does fight. Then you get Conor Khabib. But if he doesn't, then it's down to Eddie Alvarez and Dustin Poirier.
I'd rather see Dustin Poirier fight Khabib.
I think Khabib's a bigger favorite over Dustin Poirier than he is Eddie Alvarez. I think
because of his wrestling. Yeah. Yeah. If of course, if I'm Dustin Poirier, I'm doing everything I can. I'm going to taunt Khabib. I'm going to say, you're afraid to stand with me. He would never stand with me. He's going to do that boring fighting style again. Yep. And I would do everything I could to get him to stand.
You know what I'd do if I was Khabib? How he says, I'm a real champ. I'll fight. I want to fight. I want to be active. I would fight. I would tell the UFC this. I'd tell Eddie Alvarez and Dustin Poirier this. I went, don't take any fights. I'm going to fight Dustin Poirier first in 2 months. And 4 months after that, I'm going to fight Eddie Alvarez. Hold right there, boys. Yeah. And I walk through both of them and create the even more demand.
You think he walks through both those guys?
I think Eddie Alvarez is a tougher matchup, but I think he beats both of them.
Why is Eddie Alvarez?
Eddie Alvarez is a really good wrestler. He's a phenomenal, a lot of power.
Not that same level, though, right?
Nowhere near the same level, but higher level than Dustin Poirier. Yeah. And has knockout power, Yeah. And he's fought the best of the best. Yes, Eddie Alvarez was world champion in the UFC, world champion in Bellator. He came from, Dream. Eddie Alvarez is a fucking monster. Yep. Phenomenal fighter.
What do you think of the Condit Cowboy thing?
Oh, to be honest, I was surprised Cowboy was the Brazilian Cowboy, not Don Cerrone. Yeah. I was surprised Cowboy
Alex
Oliveira was a favorite. And I was like, God, really favorite? I would have favored Carlos Condit. And then you watch the fight, and it's just like,
Condit would never have gotten caught in that back in the day, I feel.
Yeah, you're probably right. But the problem with Condit, too, and either placing bets on him or if you're a fan of his, is when a guy goes, I'm done, I'm retired, and then come back out, it's not really good.
You said that from day one.
It's never good. You're talking to a guy who was 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Yeah. Carlos, I always thought he was like number 2 forever in the 70-pound weight class. I mean, as good as it gets.
For a long time.
Yeah, forever. He had
some phenomenal fights, but when you're talking about how you're done, it's like, and what'd you think of Stylebender? Did you see him?
Which one?
Israel kid?
Adesanya.
No, I didn't.
He's like the next.
Oh yeah, I did. Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah, killer. Yeah.
Phenomenal athlete.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, good fight. Great fight.
Is that where he's from? Is he from? Oh, that's his name.
No, he's from Africa, but he's out of New Zealand.
He's a beast. He's a beast. Athletic.
He fights out of Auckland, New Zealand, but I'm pretty sure he's born in Africa. Is that right, Chin? Or am I racist?
Nigerian, born in New Zealand.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kickboxer, right?
Super freak, stand-up wise. Holes in his grappling.
Didn't he get submitted by...
No, he's undefeated. Who do you think?
Who was the guy who got submitted by the wrestler, the Russian wrestler? What are they? Adesanya, I watched him.
Phenomenal movement. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
You're saying submitted the last fight or when?
He's undefeated. He's 12-0.
Marvin Vittori. I feel like
Marvin Vittori's the big Italian guy who wanted to take him down. Big kid.
I think Marvin Vittori ended up tapping him. No. Oh, no, it was the Russian guy, the other guy. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry.
I wonder who you're thinking of. Vittori ended up winning his last fight. He submitted his last guy. Vittori submitted the last guy fight.
Yeah. No, there was... Oh, no. I was thinking about Muslim Salikov with Ricky Rainey. That's what I saw. Yeah.
The knockout?
Yeah.
Brad Tavares looked great too, man.
Wait, Brad
Tavares flying under the radar.
Adesanya did what? He defeated. He beat his ass. Okay, yeah.
I wouldn't say beat his ass. It was a split decision. I think he won a majority decision.
Right.
But you saw holes in his game finally.
Were you surprised by the Antonio Carlos Jr. Defeat of Tim Boesch?
No. I mean, Tim's been doing it for a long time. Tim's kind of like that semi truck. He just keeps coming, but.
Yeah.
I love Tim. He's been doing it for a long time. But Carlos Jr. is a freak.
He is, right?
Good fights. And there's more fights this weekend, too.
Who's fighting this weekend?
Kevin Lee, Barboza, main event. You got Frankie, Edgar, Cub Swanson. Frankie, a month after getting knocked out by Bryan
Why
Ortega.
Is he doing that?
It's in Atlantic City, kind of his hometown. He wants to fight over there. Terrible idea. And he's favored.
Idea.
I can't see
That's
that.
a terrible idea. I don't understand that. Look at those two.
My boy Pat Cummins is fighting.
Enjoy that shit. Enjoy that, boys.
You met Pat, right, Cummings? You met
I love
Pat.
Yeah, I love Pat.
Pat's fighting Corey Anderson.
Ooh, that's a good fight.
Yeah, Pat was at the Comedy Store.
Yeah, Pat is a
Great.
stud.
That's a great fight for Pat. And that guy's ranked 10. It's a good fight. Both 10-4. Pretty
Is Pat
similar.
still rocking that awesome mustache?
I think
Yes.
so.
Fantastic mustache.
Bet your sweet ass he is.
I'm very happy with that mustache. Handsome dude. Go ahead and get that tooth fixed.
No. It gives him character.
Go ahead and get that tooth fixed.
Sterling's fighting. It's a good card, man. Jim Miller. It's a solid card.